I'll be honest with you. Up until now, the extent of my knowledge on the Gundam franchise is that it exists, and that I've watched 6 episodes of Iron-Blooded Orphans. That's it. So I'm far from an expert in or a diehard fan of Gundam as a whole. All that being said, the first trailer for the new Gundam series coming out this fall, The Witch from Mercury, really piqued my interest because of the excellent music, strong character designs, and the final shot of the protagonist bathed in contrasting red and blue colors. Naturally, when they released the prologue episode earlier this month, I figured I'd give it a watch, and boy was it worth checking out. The music sets the tone right from the start with an unsettling, rapid bass line accompanied by a higher-pitched whine that reminded me of an alarm, almost foreshadowing what would later come in the episode. The first scene alone made me curious about what was happening, and while I at times struggled to follow some of the terminology and names thrown around afterwards, I suspect that's simply because it's a prologue and that'll be expanded upon in the main series. The tense start is broken apart by the appearance of a child happily floating in zero gravity with her bunny backpack, excited to see her mom and celebrate her 4th birthday with her family. This is Eri, who we see in the main trailer presumably as a teenager some 10 plus years later. Throughout the prologue, we see her acting like any child should, wanting to be with her family, feeling jealous over the attention being given to the Gundam rather than her, and in general just being a cute, spunky kid. Her childish innocence makes the events of the back half of the episode feel all the more dark in contrast, and that helped to pull me further into the series. It's quickly revealed that piloting a Gundam can cause physical harm to its pilot, and that there are organizations out there who'd rather Gundams not exist in that form. Though I doubt their reasoning is truly devoid of an ulterior motive, and I figure there's more to it from a political standpoint, as they know a well-piloted Gundam would make for a severe military threat should they be manned by the enemy. One such organization makes a declaration that they're freezing development of those Gundams, and will be forcibly seizing companies that develop them. Unfortunately for Eri and her family, they're part of Ox Earth, one of those companies, and, well, things quickly escalate. Said escalation is once again accompanied by excellent sound design. It starts out quiet and with no music, only the sounds of characters speaking and machines making noise. There's a quiet, slow swell in the background before the music quickly explodes into that fast-paced thumping bass, setting the tone for the rest of the episode. I won't speak more on the plot from this point on, as I think it'd be better for you to watch the episode and experience it for yourself, but I did want to highlight one moment in particular that more or less single-handedly solidified my decision to watch the main series. Amidst all of the action with the members of Ox Earth fighting back against the invaders, Eri and her mother end up in a Gundam to make one last stand and attempt to escape the onslaught. And to her mother's horror, Eri ends up connecting with the Gundam and entering the fray, all to the tune of a haunting vocal performance. Thinking she's just playing and watching a pretty light show, Eri unintentionally commands the Gundam to mercilessly slaughter the attackers, ripping the mechs and the pilots inside to pieces, all while Elnora can do nothing but watch in terror as her child's life is inevitably changed forever. And perhaps even more haunting than the vocals on the backing track is Eri, still exuding her childish naivety, joyfully singing happy birthday to herself as all of these lives are snuffed out, their light disappearing just like the fire of a candle on a birthday cake. The prologue from Mobile Suit Gundam The Witch from Mercury was a gripping experience from beginning to end, and it did everything right to make me want to watch more. So much so that the series is now one of my most anticipated of the fall season. Between its well-crafted tone, tense action, excellent sound design and music, intriguing setup for the plot, and surprising emotional impact, it left a strong impression on me and I found myself continuously going back to watch the last few minutes. I'm really excited to see where the main series goes from here, and I'd absolutely recommend checking out the prologue if you're even remotely interested in it. With my thoughts out of the way, I'm curious to hear what you thought. Have you watched the prologue? If so, what did you think? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter at JDefenseAnime where you can see more frequent updates. And as always, thanks for watching my video, and until next time.